Peace and love reflections. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I love you all and I love myself. So I figured I'd just stop in today and just tell you guys that I love myself. And how I love myself. How I love myself. By doing things that show myself I love myself. Right? Be good to yourselves. Be good to yourselves. Right? Everyone's very critical on themselves nowadays. Start to love yourself. Be nice to yourself. Look at this. I got ants crawling on me. Come on. Show yourself you love yourself. Easy ways to do these things. Right? Easy ways to do these things. Treat yourself nicely. Right? We're very, very hard on ourselves. Be nice to yourself. That's the #1 way to show yourself you love yourself. Right? Be critical to make a change, right? Everyone needs to make changes. Everyone has things in their lives that they need to get better at, correct? We all have things that we're striving towards, but still, find the time, even when you're being critical on yourself, to love yourself, right? When you do something good, appreciate that you did something good, right? Tell yourself how much that was a good thing that you did, instead of always looking for the next thing to nitpick on, right? Give yourself wins, right? I talk to a lot of people and they're going through different transitions. They might be switching over their diet, and they might be trying to be a little bit more mindful in their day-to-day, all these different things. And the first things they want to always tell me about is the struggles that they go through within it. Like, oh, I took a regression, oh, I did. No, tell me about how many days that you've done well. Tell me about if you've been doing well for 2 weeks and you had a day where you slipped up, that's okay. That's okay. Just don't fall off the horse, right? Don't just leave. Just stay on track, right? It's not about winning the whole entire battle every time, right? It's about the war, right? Remember that, right? So a lot of times, like, we're at war, right? You're at war with your subconscious mind. You're at war with like societal conditioning. You're at war with these different things. So when you're trying to change your life up, when you're trying to make changes for the better, know that you're going to be going through some things. Know that there are times where you're going to hit lows and you're going to hit highs, right? It's natural. It is natural, right? But you got to continue to keep those principles. Keep those things that made you do it in the first place, and keep that energy, right? Because whenever we start things off, a lot of us have like this crazy gangbuster energy. You come out, boom, I go and I go shopping. I'm right along the line, and then as like a couple weeks go on, you start to drift off. Don't worry about it. Just realign. Take some time, think about what you're doing. Recalcify those goals. Say, yo, this is why I'm doing this. Things of this nature, right? Make sure you're doing it for good intentions, right? So like, I wanted to get in on this, is that one of my reflections did something about this earlier, but I've been dealing with this a lot, where I'm dealing with these people that I've been helping out transfer over to vegan diets. I've been starting to get added on these like vegan awareness pages. People are asking me questions, and I gotta start looking at talking to you guys a little bit more frank about becoming vegan, becoming things of this nature. Now, if you're being a glutton, right? And I don't mean to be like, when I use that word, a lot of people, if you're being a glutton on a meat diet and you think that just being a glutton on a vegan diet is gonna make a difference, it's not. Right? When you become like, that's why you have to just make sure you're mindful, right? You can't just be on one diet eating out of control and then think that you can go to another diet eating out of control, right? Now again, being vegan is better than being a meat eater. It just is. You eat meat and dairy, you're gonna be a lot healthier, you're gonna make a lot of changes. However, we gotta start to get this whole notion of like eating for pleasure things under wrap, right? That's not showing you that you love yourself, right? I'm in the business of showing people to love themselves. I'm in the business of showing you how to appreciate the things you do on a day-to-day basis, right? How to be in tune with yourself, right? How to have confidence. These are the things that I'm working with people. I'm not working with flavor. I'm not working with taste. I'm not working with making sure that you love your meals, right? I'm making sure that you love yourself, and we get to a point where our bodies are acting properly, our minds are acting properly, we're acting properly in general, so we can show the world that we love ourselves. Now, if I'm always freaking out, if I'm always upset, if my moods are swinging, I'm not showing myself I love myself, right? Because does anyone feel good when they're upset? Does anyone feel good when they're unhappy? Does anyone feel good in these things? No. So you're showing yourself you don't love yourself when you do these things. When your mood is fluctuating from high to low all the time, you're not showing yourself you love yourself, right? Now, when I'm always searching for things, when I'm always looking for the next best thing, the next tasty thing, all these different things, I become, again, like we talked about earlier, lustful. Like, being lustful in nature leads to a lot of like success and failure, right? Success and failure all the time, right? Because either you get that taste that you want or you don't. Whether you get that thing that you want or you don't. So it's success and failure constantly, right? But if we just start living in a sense where we're just mindful, right? When you want what you need, you'll have everything. If you want just what you need, right? I need to eat healthy, right? I need to be healthy. If that's all you really need, you're gonna make it, right? You're gonna make it. But if I need to be healthy, and if I want to be healthy, but I also want to have everything taste good, like not just taste good, like taste like a mouth orgasm every time, then I don't know what to tell you, right? So like you shouldn't need to be having like 35 different types of meals a week, right? People say they get bored with the food that they eat, they get bored. Well, if it's giving you good results and you're feeling happy about it, right? Does it matter if you're eating something kind of similar here and there, right? Like I eat most of the same fruits because they're the best for me, right? So I don't really want to switch it up. I don't really want to, I'm okay. I have my certain fruits that I stick to. I have my certain vegetables I stick to, things of this nature. Like, and that's what I do, right? However, I never am like, oh, damn, like all these, like pineapple, this pineapple is getting tiring. I wish there was something else. I need to go and get like some kind of processed thing that gives me, no, just stick with your pineapple. Your pineapple's doing good. If you were going from a place where your body was acting up and now it's acting good, like just appreciate it. Your body is appreciating you, right? But it's your mind that's not working right? Because we see all these different food things. We see food commercials all day. We're watching these people making dishes. Like you go on Facebook, I had to get rid of some pages on Facebook because especially during a fast, like I'm over here scrolling down my page and you got these people whipping up these freaking meals, right? All over your thing, these step-by-step program, how to make this. I'm just like, damn, right? Like, is this all necessary all the time? Do I need to always be going down my timeline and seeing just like a bunch of like food all day and a bunch of people liking and posting food, and we take too much time thinking about food, right? Next time you find yourself just obsessing about food, read a book, right? Go research some information, right? Research what's healthy foods, not just what tastes good, right? And you'll get there, right? So I love myself. I want you all to love yourselves, because when I say I love myself, you're saying that to yourself too. So like you love yourself as well, right? So I love myself. How do I show myself I love myself? I show myself I love myself by eating well. I show myself I love myself by not being around every single person that tries to get my attention. I show myself I love myself by taking time to be by myself and appreciating myself for who I am, not always trying to be around different people, right? I love myself because, and I show myself I love myself by never feeling pressured to have to do stuff, that I only do things that I want. Now, some people don't understand that, right? Some people feel like there's certain things that they have to do, there's things that they have to be down with, there's things that I have to get involved with, and that's not true. It's just 100% not true, right? That's just gonna lead you to a place of frustration, right? If I'm doing things for people other than myself, I'm probably gonna be frustrated at some point, right? Because at some point, you're just gonna be like, this isn't me, right? So loving yourself is also by saying like, yo, not everything and everyone is for me, not every situation is for me, and that's okay. Knowing that that's okay, having the mental strength to understand that's okay, right? I show myself I love myself by meditating on things, by taking time and going inside, right? Inside, because when you're always just looking at external things to try and figure yourself out, it messes you up a little bit, right? It messes you up. If I'm always looking to define myself by art, if I'm looking to define myself by clothing, if I'm looking to define myself by a talent I have at something, then I'm kind of losing it, right? Because now I'm going to feel pressure to always keep this thing up. Keep this facade up, keep this action up, keep myself in this sense because it's something that I use to define myself. However, if I use being as defining myself, just who am I organically? Who am I when I'm just being, right? Then I'm okay. Like me being knows that not everyone's gonna fuck with me. Not everyone's gonna like the way I think about things. Not everyone's gonna appreciate the opinions I have, all that. But me being just says, that's okay. If they don't fuck with it, then I probably shouldn't be around them in the first place, right? But that's okay to be like that. Right? It's okay to not have to go out. It's okay to not have to do all these things. If you're someone who feels uncomfortable going out, but every time you talk to people, they're like, you never go out, blah, 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 and you feel like you're lesser of a person for doing that, don't let that affect you. Now you're letting someone else's ideologies get into you. Now you're not loving yourself by thinking that, questioning, if I stay at home on Friday night, I always have a good time at home on Friday night. However, once I come around these people, they make me question if that's right, right? That should never happen. Now you're allowing someone to dictate on your life, right? Now you're showing yourself you don't love yourself, right? Because you know that in those moments where you're at home chilling, whatever you're doing exactly what you want to do, right? Because if you wanted to go out, all of us know we can go out. All of us know we can go do certain things. I know I can go and buy clothes if I want on every Friday when I know I can do this stuff, right? I know I could go get swagged out, but do I want to? Is that something that I love to do? Is that something that defines me? No. Right? No, it doesn't. That's why I don't really do it. But people will come and give you the comments. You gotta check yourself, right? So I got rid of most of my clothes. I got maybe like a backpack's worth because I'm gonna be getting out of here. So I don't need a lot of stuff. I only need things that are gonna serve me. So I got a backpack worth of stuff right now. And people are like, yo, you wear some of the same stuff. I'll be like, yeah, it works. I wash it. It's clean, right? I don't need anything else. I'll wear it in different ways, so it'll bring some swag. But why do I need 8 million different outfits? Why do we got closets full of stuff, but then all of a sudden we're having trouble paying bills? Why do we got 40 pairs of sneakers? I was helping one of my buddies. He's like, I want to sell these sneakers. So I was like, all right. He's like, it came out of nowhere. He's like, bro, I'll give you half whatever we make on these sneakers if you just put them up on all this stuff for me. I was like, facts, all right, easy. I'll get that done for you. But he still has like about 30 other pairs of sneakers, but you know what I mean? That's just one of those things, right? You have all these sneakers, we have all these clothes, we have all this stuff, but then at the end of the day, like, what is it doing for us? If I'm still having struggle, like, if I don't have my own place, if I don't have my own, I'm not feeling comfortable about like paying bills. I'm not feeling comfortable about my cell phone bill. I'm not feeling comfortable about all these things. Yet I got all this swag, and when I get a little paycheck, I want to go out and get dressed so I can go out on Friday night and impress someone, right? What am I doing? What am I doing? Am I showing myself I love myself, right? For some of you smokers out there, like, the craziest thing is that I got a lot of friends who smoke weed, right? They smoke weed. They smoke. They're burning up, right? But the second I talk to them about how much that money I spend on water a week, they're like, oh, I spend about like 25 bucks on water, right? $25 on very good water every week, right? But I got friends who smoke. They're like, guy, you're crazy, as they spend $80 to $100 a week on weed, right? Where are your priorities at? Where are your priorities at? You got to show yourself you love yourself, right? Showing yourself you love yourself is not by always indulging, right? If I'm on a diet, like if I'm on a vegan diet, you can be on a vegan diet and still be unhealthy, right? If you're just being like a foodie, being a foodie is also being unhealthy, right? If I'm just always looking for what pleases my senses, because some of these like processed food and vegan products aren't that much healthier than meat products, right? So you got to be mindful, right? Don't do it just for the taste, so you could have a little, so you could still be on that glutton lifestyle and just like be a little bit less like conscious, be like, so I could be more conscious of a foodie. No, if you want to be healthy, then really seek health. It shouldn't matter what form it comes in, how much you can eat, what are the different things. Like, it should just be like, yo, if this is healthy, I'm just gonna eat it, right? That's why I'm a fruitarian. It's simple. It's like, yo, what's healthy? Okay, cool, these things are healthy, those are the things I'm gonna eat. right? I'm not gonna go and question it. I'm not gonna have to like worry about different ways to chop it up and dress it. It's just, bam, if this is healthy, I'm gonna eat it, so now I'm healthy, right? That's what we gotta do, right? That's what we gotta do. We gotta get out of these programs. These are programs, because these are things that your subconscious is getting beat on, right? So if I'm watching TV, or I'm watching anything, I don't even watch TV, but if I was watching TV and I see mad burger commercials all day, it's like burger commercial, burger commercial, burger commercial. Even if I'm vegan, I'd be like, damn, I need to get a vegan burger. Where's the veggie burgers at? Then I go to the store, I go get a processed veggie burger, right? Because a lot of us are making our own veggie burgers, right? Boom. Now what does that have? High sodium, things of that nature. So what's forcing me to do that, right? I was just thinking about how I want to be healthy and do all this stuff, and now I'm just kind of falling into the similar patterns, right? Be mindful. Show yourself you love yourself, right? Know why you're doing things. If I'm doing things for a good reason, then I don't need to question it. I don't need anything else. I don't need to be over here looking up all these recipes and all this stuff. Just keep it simple, right? Keep it simple. Now I know that's not where everyone's at, right? I know not everyone's at that lifestyle. Like, oh, you talk about this, now everyone's about this life. That's facts. I know that. But I'm just showing you guys how I love myself. This is not saying that you don't love yourself. You could love yourself in whatever mind frame you're at. If you're being a vegan, you're doing that and it's making you feel better, it's making you feel healthier, do it. If you're smoking weed but you want to get healthier, think about why you're spending so much money on weed, right? If you're smoking weed, you got some problems going on, well, maybe you're gonna have to spend a little less money on weed, right? Maybe you're gonna have to spend a little less money on weed, right? It's about the balance. If I'm over here spending only like $60 a week on food, but I'm spending $80 to $100 a week on weed, I know I fucked up. Right? Then I'm doing something wrong, right? I'm doing something wrong. It's gotta be balanced, right? You can't be spending all this money on all these things that are killing you, right? You'll spend $60 at the club on the weekends on alcohol, but you won't buy organic fruit. What's that look like? What's that life about, right? We can't be doing stuff like that. We gotta be a lot smarter than that. We're way smarter than that, right? So I can't seek health if I spend money on things that deter my health, right? If I want health, then I just gotta spend money on healthy shit. It's very simple. It's like 1, 2, 3, right? But we don't like that. We don't want to believe that's that easy, right? We want to add in the subjectivity all the time. Subjectivity is good for music. If you're a songwriter, be subjective. But if you're trying to live like a real life, you can't be subjective. I gotta be objective as hell. So I gotta know what I want. What do I want? I want to be healthy, Matt. Okay, well, what do you spend your money on? I spend my money on weed. I spend my money on alcohol. I spend my money on clothes. I spend my money on this, and this. Well, but going to Whole Foods is expensive. Well, when we look at it and break it down, most people are spending a lot of money eating out. So you guys probably eat at least one meal out a day, correct? So one meal out a day is probably $12. So that's $72 a week. No, I'm sorry. Way more than that. Was it 80? Probably, we'll say like $90 a week that you spend if you go and eat out once a day, right? That's $90 a week. $90 a week is my whole week's shopping list, right? My whole week. Right, but the thing is, we don't want to spend that up front at once. We want to spend that all throughout the week, right? And then all of a sudden we have these big bloated bellies, right? Because all we do is eat heavy material stuff. So if I'm eating a lot of burgers, I'm eating a lot of fries, in order to get my sustenance feeling, I'm filling that belly up, right? I'm filling my belly up, I'm stretching it out, right? Because a lot of us has been on that foodie kick. So if I'm stretching my stomach out all the time, when I go to eat fruit and things like that, fruit breaks down quick. When you chew fruit up, it pretty much turns into a liquid. So it's not going to give me a full stomach feeling, right? So now my stomach that's been stretched out is feeling kind of crazy. However, if I just fasted a little and then just understood that my stomach was stretched out, then when I go and eat my regular meals, I'd be perfectly fine, right? But again, we don't want to do the research, right? It's about doing the research. Right? If you want to be healthy, there's levels to this. If you want to be mindful, there's levels to this. If you want to help control your mood and control your anger, there's levels to this. You want to live a healthy lifestyle, because a lot of you guys have kids, a lot of us have kids, a lot of us have family, a lot of us have all this. And we're trying to not only live a healthy lifestyle for ourselves, we're trying to live it so we can pass it on, right? Google should be your best friend. When in doubt, Google. Right? We got Google. We're in the information era. Like, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to get information. Google is your best friend. I Google shit all day long. Every time I have a question, I just Google it. Every time. Every time I get something, I'll be like, I'll look at, like, especially when I first started doing all this, I was like, every time I saw like a weird name on the back and the ingredients, I was like, I'm gonna Google this shit. Let me just hit up Google real quick. Google's my best friend. You should pretty much call me, like, my middle name should be Google, right? Because that's how much I use that shit, because it's worth it. It's helpful, right? You Google these diets. Google being a vegan. Notice that there are different kinds of being a vegan. There are different things and they have different health benefits, different health deterrents, right? Understand what you're trying to do, right? Now, like, with mindfulness, I love myself because I'm mindful, right? Being mindfulness is doing things just like that. Researching the things you're doing, taking time out of your day, right? How many times do we take time out of our day to take deep breaths? Right? How many times do you take time out of your day to have a deep breath or get yourself around some green? Real green though. I'm not talking about green like money. Oh, we're back. Alright, we're back. Sorry, connection broke up. But don't get yourself around green like money. Get yourself around green like nature. Ooh, find time in your day to get yourself in nature. Find time in your day to go for a walk outside. Right? Especially up here, it's going to be getting cold soon. Get all this walking out now. Get as much walking in as you can now. Don't run. Right? Everyone wants to go out and run. Right? That stresses your body. Easy, easy, easy. You go through enough stress in a day. I don't need to be freaking dying every single day. All I need to do is go for a nice walk. Walking uses most of your muscles and it's restrictive, so you're doing that. Now, some of you guys we're athletes, we want to do this, we like that feeling. If you like that feeling, cool, go keep doing it. But let me just tell you that it's about, a lot of us are stressed out a lot in our day-to-day anyway. You don't need more stress, you need less stress, right? So even when I'm putting my body under that stress and hypertension, right, that might not be good for me. If you live in a high stressful environment, instead of always going out to the gym and want to stress your body out more, go for a walk, do some yoga. Switch it up, switch up your diet a little bit. That'll get you healthy, right? Not everyone needs that high cardio stress. Some people can afford it, right? If my day is pretty chill, boom, I need to go and like do some work. It's the balance, right? If I'm not chilling all day, then okay, maybe I can go and afford to go do some running. Maybe I can go afford to do some heavy weightlifting and things of this nature. But other than that, be mindful. If you're stressed out all day, who wants to go and stress their body out then? Why are you doing that? Right? Why are you doing all that? Be mindful, right? That's mindfulness 101 right there. Know what you're working with, right? But anyway, I love you all. This is a beautiful day out today. Right? I thought it was gonna thunderstorm and all that today. I was gonna sleep out in the tent last night, but I was like, man, I think it's gonna thunderstorm. End up, look at how beautiful today is. Right? It's beautiful out. Enjoy this weather. If you get some time today, go out, put your feet on the ground. My feet are grounded, right? I had some nice watermelon ready. I'm gonna broke this fast. It was lovely. Bam. Amazing, right? Feeling amazing. Blessings, 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 right? Use your day wisely. Use your day wisely. Take time for your day. There's never a time where you feel like you need to like just be stressed out for all these other people and you can't even take time for yourself. There's always time to take time for yourself. Just look for the spots. And if everything is too crazy, just be out. Just be out. You don't ever have to answer to anyone if your mental health is at harm, because who do you gotta be worried about? You.com, right? You.com. If you're feeling stressed out in an environment, get out of there. Go outside. Take some deep breaths. Put your feet out in the grass. Relax, right? You don't have to do anything for anyone. Anyone but yourself. Right? You need to make sure that you're all good. If you're good, then everything else you do is going to be good, right? But if my mind's not right and I'm not feeling good up here, I won't be able to give anyone good things, right? So you got to remember, everything starts with you. So once everything starts for you and you realize everything starts with you, then you realize that you're in control of everything. You're in control of your mood. You can do whatever you want to make sure you're in a good mood, because at the end of the day, when you go to bed, who has to deal with that stress carried out from the day? You. There's no one over there like, oh, I'll take the stress off you, right? We get into relationships and they're like, oh, I'll ease the stress. When does that really ever happen, right? They help you to vent the stress sometimes, right? But at the end of the day, you still got to deal with that shit. That's your stress, right? So what are you doing throughout your day to make sure that you're dealing with this stress, right? Be mindful. That's why I say, be mindful and show yourself you love yourself. Do things that help to ease the tension. Help to ease the pressure. Show yourself you love yourself. Very easy ways to do that. Take some time. No, you don't got to be around everyone, right? I don't gotta be around everyone. And sometimes if I'm around everyone, I don't gotta talk to everyone, right? You know, there's those people who, like, every time you're around them, they just want to talk to you the whole time. They think just because you're together, that's the only way you can, like, enjoy each other's company, by talking. You don't have to do that. Shut that right down. Shut that right down, right? If you feel like you don't want to talk, don't talk. Just chill. If they can't understand that, then you know that that's someone that you probably shouldn't be hanging out with too much, right? Love yourself. Protect yourself. Do your thing. Because at the end of the day, you.com. Remember that. You.com. So at the end of the day, it's all about what you need to do to make yourself good. What you need to do to make yourself healthy, right? Because there's a lot of people, when you start trying to get healthy, they got some slick shit to say. Always got some slick shit to say. Like, oh, you don't eat meat. Oh, you don't eat dairy. I could never do that. Well, that's good for you, right? That's freaking good for you, right? If you don't think you can eat, if you can't stop eating dairy, cool, keep that to yourself. Don't bring that into my world, right? My world's good. I'm not eating dairy. I'm happy. I claim to tell you, I didn't even ask you. Most people will be like, oh, my crazy thing, right? You go out to eat with people. It's like, some place I go, there's literally nothing I can eat there. I'm just sitting there looking at this like, oh shit, there's nothing I can eat here. But like I say, it's like, you can't even eat anything? That must suck for you. No it doesn't, because if it did suck, I'd probably switch it up, right? If whatever I'm doing wasn't that good, then I'd probably switch it up and go back to eating like you, right? But it doesn't. There's no effect on it, right? Be mentally strong. That's why I talked about the astrological energy the other day. Sometimes you got to use some of your astrological energy to be able to shut some shit right down, right? I'm a bullheaded mo sometimes. So when people come at me with some stuff like that, I'm just like, yeah, word, cool. Or if you want to talk to me all day and I don't feel like talking to you, I'll sit there quiet, silent. Why? Because I just don't feel like talking. Why am I going to talk? Right? Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself means that you're not always going to be the best thing for everyone all the time. You're not always going to be exactly what everyone wants from you. You got to be okay with that. And it is okay to do that, right? Because at the end of the day, none of these people are taking care of you but you. No one's taking care of you but you. You think that your boss at your job takes care of you? Don't show up and then tell him that you need money for rent. He's not taking care of you. He's not taking care of you. You gotta go in to get taken care of. You gotta take care of him first. That's why you do hourly, right? You take care of you at the end of the day. You, right? You. Because we've all had those situations as well when we go to someone, we need help, and they say, no, I can't help you. Right? That just shows you even more. It's you.com. Now there's some people that can help support you. There's some instances where that happens, but you should want to rely on that very little. That should be one of the last things on your mind. Oh, I gotta go to this person. No. Before you even need to go to that person, you need to be like, yo, what can I do to get myself out of this jam? What are some of the things that I need to work on here? What are some of the things? Boom, because then once you start moving in your way, you'll notice people just show up to support you. You don't even need to ask them. Some people just show up out of nowhere, like, here, I'm here to support. It's like, what? I was starting to work, right? I was over here doing this stuff, getting ready. I'm getting my stuff ready. I'm getting ready, set, go. I'm about to be out. So, and all of a sudden, it's like, oh, I'm running low on groceries, right? I was like, damn, thinking in my head, like, I really don't want to have to spend money on groceries. Boom. Out of nowhere, someone came in just blessed with a Trader Joe's gift card. Like, bless. And I was just like, what? Why? Because what do I do? What do I do? Every day, at some point, I'm either talking to someone to help them with their diet, helping them go shopping, helping them do this, talking on this to people, all this stuff. So at the end of the day, I got some credit built up. And sometimes the universe will just come and bless you with that. But I don't ever worry about it. I just go, you know what? Everything's gonna be good. Everything will be okay. And then once in a while you have someone come and bless. And then you appreciate that. Appreciate that time. Appreciate those times. Know that you don't need to always go out and ask for it. That if you're just doing the right thing, you're doing what you're supposed to do, sometimes it just comes around for you. Things just come around for you, right? Like when you're out and like, notice when you're out in public, there's sometimes like you meet people and like you meet people that like you're meant to meet. They're always so lit. Like whenever you meet someone in public, it's always like a good person. Like you always like, you never meet someone in public that like you just like can't stand, like a random. No, it's always like someone that like, damn, like wow, I spoke with this person or and wow, it was like I meant to meet them. right? It was because you were just doing what you're supposed to do. You attract the things into your life that you need all the time. All the time. Always, right? How do you get girlfriends? Like, let's think about, how do you get girlfriends? I know there's some people that just be throwing it out there all day, but how do you really get a girlfriend? You attract that into your life. Out of nowhere, you're ready for it. You're ready for it, and like all of a sudden they come in. Bam, what? Here they are. And then you're mad happy. It's like, whoa, where'd you come from? But then you gotta remember that too, that once, just as happy as they can make you, you know when that shit's gonna be done too. You know when that shit will be done. Right? You start fighting a little bit, it's like, oh, gotta get rid of them, gotta move on, because now it's time for someone else. Now there's something that I need to figure out, right? Because you only get upset in relationships when you feel like you're either giving too much or you're not getting enough, or you're going a different path than them. So that's automatically telling you that the universe is saying like, yo, you got something else coming your way. Be ready for that. This just got you here. Like, this helped you get through this little time here. This was a little bit of support you needed. Now it's time for you to get on your next move. Right? Appreciate that. Appreciate relationships after they're gone. I try and be friends with my exes. Don't be shutting yourself off. That's how you show yourself you love yourself, right? Show yourself you love yourself by being friends with exes. Why? Because that shows you that you're really over it, that you really got by it, that you're happy now, you're in a better place now, right? That's how you show. Because then if I can't be a friend with an ex, that means I hold animosity towards them. Like, something that they do is distracting me from moving forward. Right? I can't do that, because that's showing myself I don't love myself by myself.